Shall we go? We've got Cosmic and Skippy versus Cheese and Sosa, and we've got them on the wrong sides, but we've got it fixed now. Cheese and Sosa will score instantly off the kickoff. This is the $7,800 North American Activity Cup, and we're looking to see who's going to come out on top. There are 4 teams left in the tournaments. The 2 that you're looking at right now, as well as Complexity Gaming, comprising of Diaz and CRR winning in the losers finals, and Talk and Beast Mode winning in the winners finals. Who will be the big dogs at the end of the day? Only one way to find out, to play out the games. And I would say that Cheese and Sosa are by MMR. Ooh! Coming into this matchup as the underdogs. But I have a feeling they may just be favorites, although Cosmic has been cooking. Cosmic and Skippy have been playing well. Sosa in a 1v1 against Skippy. Did he get the double? He did. Over the top. And once he's got the defender beats, doesn't have to be strong, just has to be on target. Soft touch will do it. Feer, I know that your community does some trolling, but as a Rocket League fan, I genuinely think that you have the most wholesome, positive community in the Rocket League scene. I think the community is always a reflection of the creator. This proves to me how good of a guy you really are. Legally, I have to disclose that I'm a paid chatter, but you misspelled legally, so I feel like maybe you aren't a paid chatter. Why are you talking about Edit Tim? You did for real mean that though? I know, listen, I know you have a hard time being nice to streamer, but it's okay. You can open up. I accept you. It's not your fault. 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 (5-1) for Cheese and Sosa. We've had a few games that have gotten completely out of hand. This is certainly one of them. But we've also seen games that get out of hand and then series that go the other way, so. You had a teammate in ranked game use black nitrous and you found it hard to cheat behind him on kickoff. I have not seen any black nitrous in games yet. Don't know if I own black nitrous. Do you know when Beast Mode and Talk are playing? They will play. Yeah, it's really simple. So Cheese and Sosa will play Cosmic and Skippy. They'll play in a best of 5. That will take anywhere from 25 to 35 minutes. After that, there will be 5 or so minutes in between in which the winner of that series will play against CRR and Diaz, which will take anywhere from 20 to 35 minutes, depending on how long the series goes. There will then be another 5-minute break after that. And then Beast Mode and Talk, baby. Does that answer your question? So like 500 hours. The least dramatic response when streamer tells you your favorite player won't be live for at least an hour. So I guess I'll never get to see him. So I guess 500 million hours then. Next, I love it, dude. I tell you what, game's gonna go faster with the ability for these guys to now pause and end games. Game number 2. It's Sosa against Skippy. Ooh, cheese. Just barely couldn't get over the ball enough to shoot that on target. Skippy again with the old drip, but in orange this time. Cosmic does not want to challenge as he's buying time for his teammate to return. Already the game going better for the Cosmic Skippy duo after the absolute thrashing they received in game number 1. Jeez. Catch and cut saved by Cosmic. Follow up 50 there as well. Gets undercut though as he attempts to clear with his last bit of boost. Skippy left nets. Gets himself demoed as he shadows and tries to collect across the nets. It has been a barrage here for Cheese and Sosa that eventually pays off. And they will again find themselves in the lead. Cheese and Sosa find themselves in a familiar spot in the orange half, although without the boost advantage, they are going to be forced to leave. Sosa gets a demo, and Cosmic gonna 180 to try and escape here. Ooh, nice flip reset from Sosa. Needed a little bit more power on the final flip finish if you wanted to score with it. Instead, they're going to be backed off. Sosa to Cheese. If you're wondering what their comms sound like, it's probably sound like, you got. Based on what we heard earlier. You can, of course, listen to it at twitch.tv/cheese if you want. Maybe Cheese RL. I think he might have just Cheese, though. I like listening to six-mans and pro comms, though. High-level six-mans content with the background comms. Some of the best Rocket League live streams you can get. They only really seem to show up when ranked 2s is getting DDoS, though. So I imagine there's probably been a healthy amount of six-mans recently. Cheese! Gonna win and dunk this one down to make it 2-0. It is a 9-1 scoring run over the 2 games now for Cheese and Sosa. How are you doing today? I'm doing good today, I'd say. How are you doing today, chat? It's been nice back being live. Mr. Go Live, Mr. Full-Time loves to go live. Be streaming all the time. Skippy, is he gonna make something happen here? He will! Skippy on the board, doubling the scoring for his team so far in the series with just a single goal. That is his second and a great pass to himself. 2-1, still gonna need more here in this series. Should I come back to Rocket League? I kind of stopped playing after my PC broke. I think it's fun. I'm a bit biased. I've been playing for a long time. Obviously, I do a lot of streaming and watching for content, but I've also just been playing again this season more than recently, and every time is a good time. I was just thinking about this. I almost commented on as a response to somebody on Reddit because they said in the early days, the game is the most fun because you're laughing and everyone makes mistakes and it's funny and it's a good time. But I don't know about you guys, but basically every queue session I have, at some point, I'm like legit laughing out loud. Like something funny happens. And you have to be in the right mood because sometimes the funny thing is like you slam the ball in your own net and you have to just be like, lol. Your teammate slams you so hard on like a freest open net that you could have so easily scored. Something just so laughably bad that I don't know. Obviously, as you guys know, I can get mad too. There are clips of that on stream, but recently that's just not how it's been. I'd say it's been funnier more than it's been anger-inducing. If your ranked games are so funny, you should stream them. I didn't say all my games are hilarious. Not every game has an own goal. I was saying once per ranked session, there's something in the game that happens that's funny enough. You know what would make you happier? DRG. The way you're talking about DRG, the way like everybody seems to get it as like a joke, I thought it was going to be like a big stream game. I went to the category, like the biggest streamer is like 10 viewers. How does everyone know about this game? Sosa and Cheese were trailing for the only time in this series. That did not last very long. I think Feer would purposely rip a hole in the universe just to make 10 to 79 Supermans, evil Supermans, come find and kill me because he doesn't want to make a prediction for me. They also would probably have like 10% they wanted to rip my... What are you talking about? Casual. My man, I think I even made you the most recent prediction set. Casual crash out era. He says prediction or like gamba like 17 times in a row to the point where 90% of chat is his message. So I time him out and then and then he thinks, oh, I'm being oppressed. This is oppression. I have done nothing wrong. Clearly, he just has a personal vendetta against me. Skippy 50, and it's free. Cosmic and Skippy have now once again doubled their scoring so far in a single game by getting 2 goals. It does lead the series score to be a whopping 10-4. But honestly, 10-4, much more respectable from what we've been seeing so far. Jeez. Launching his musty as him and Sosa look to try and find a bit of the magic that they've had so far. Skippy, Psycho. Cosmic actually got a nice beat, and then Skippy's going to leave it off for Cosmic, and it'll be a goal. Consider it a psycho goal as far as I'm concerned. Sure, there's a lot of steps in between, but it is still a Cosmic and Skippy bucket. Are we getting yet another gentleman sweep? Please. Can anyone just sweep their opponents? If you're gonna win, why not win in 3? Skippy, weak musty, does not score but keeps his team on offense, and that might be the bigger thing with a 3-goal lead. Jeez, chain dash pass outs. Nice save by the orange team to not allow a bucket, and they need to hold them out for just a minute longer. They should be okay, barring a humongous collapse. And most importantly, I think they needed a multi-goal win. They need to show themselves they can get some buckets on the board, as it is now only 10-6. Of course, that 7-1 game doing a lot of the heavy lifting in favor of Cheese and Sosa. Does Skippy ever watch replays? I don't think anybody watches replays in the pros. They're all insta-skipping, almost regardless of what happens. And if they're not insta-skipping, it's because they're just like getting water or something. They don't really care to watch goals very often. It wasn't a serious question. I'm a streamer who must respond to all questions as if they're genuine. I want everyone in chat to feel respected and heard. Game number 3 for Cosmic and Skippy. I skip to the computer when I see Feer is live. Game number 4. You just joined and you're only here for 15 minutes on the work break. What round are we in? That's a great question. We're in the loser semifinals. Winner of this series advances to play Complexity Gaming, aka CRR and Diaz, and winner of that will play against Talk in Beast Mode to be crowned 2v2 Cash Cup champion, the most prestigious tournament title you could ever hope for. Cosmic trying to chase down the last player in nets. It's not going to work, as Cosmic and Skippy are hoping to change the script of gentlemen sweeps exclusively so far. Cheese and Sosa sticking to the plan, up 1-0 in this game number 4. I don't know if Koi wants to be a mod. I think it could be important to keep Koi a man of the people. Who do you guys have? If we add him to the mod team, then we have everyone, you know? True, you do have Zach is back. Ooh, Skippy might be looking at an open net. Nice save by Cheese. Skippy and Cosmic are trying to turn on the Jets here. They've been on offense for an extended few moments. Cosmic doing his best to stick around regardless of his boost status. Skippy trying to cover the entire map with a black cloud. Nice win by Cheese to Sosa. 3-0. Gentleman sweep incoming. Barring a big shift. Someone like Insane would probably end predictions earlier than he should. Might even call this one. But without Insane's potential curse, I'm not sure Cosmic and Skippy can bring it back. Did Talk and Beast Mode solo queue, or do they play together a lot? I don't think they solo queued. You can't solo queue into the tournament. You'd have to let somebody know and then queue up with them. I get the sense that anybody who's really high rated in 2s probably queues up with each other. Like, I think Talk and Beast Mode both are. I think it goes like this. You queue up, you lose, and you play against the other person, and so then you just invite them so they're guaranteed on your team. I think the only reason why you wouldn't do that is because it's hard to get games and you don't get as many points. In fact, I remember watching a Beast Mode stream where he actually said he prefers to solo queue ranked 2s for that reason. I think you get games faster, and when you win, you get rewarded more, I think, than if you're like queued with another super high level player. They queue more in EU? I've always said that East Coast USers should be queuing EU. If they get like sub 100 ping, screw it. Queue exclusively EU. I mean, I guess unless, you know, at some points the lobbies are probably better in NA, but how can Skippy play with that boost? When I watch Skippy POV, I actually don't think that his play is, I take that back. In that exact moment, it looked like it was blocking his POV. But for the most part, it doesn't seem too bad. We can watch his POV to end this game. That when he's falling to the ground is when it really covers his screen. It would make me want to potentially not boost, which feels like a bad influence to have. You should feel like you can boost. Oh, okay, how does he play? How you can't fall to the ground ever. You can't see anything. Your whole screen. And these are his camera settings. We're on his POV as opposed to director cam. Falling to the ground is like laughable. And based on how much the rest of the map get covered, I don't know if it's worth it. I think the person who is getting affected the most by it is Skippy, the guy using the boost. But maybe not. Maybe he doesn't feel like it's bothering him too much as he falls to the ground. Doesn't he have alpha boost? I don't know. Well, he's done boosting here in this tournament for now. Cheese and Sosa advance. Cosmic and Skippy eliminated on the classic gentleman sweep.